All right. We are live. Can I get an audio check from you all and somebody in the Twitch chat, please?
Checkity check, checkaroonie.
Check.
And Zero.
Chickadee China, the Chinese chicken.
Excellent. All right. I'm showing everything is inputting properly. Excellent. Thank you, Curiosity.
You have a
So.
drumstick. Brain stops ticking.
All right. Let's just jump right into this because there is a lot of fight left. We left off with our players trying to defend the city of Builthy from an invading army of cultists, goblins, and werewolves, and ogres. So...
Oh my.
It is the top of the turn order. We're going to jump right into this. First thing I need to do, though, is I need Zero to roll me... what was I doing? I think I was doing 2d20s.
6 and a 19.
All right, the 19 will hit. And so we're going to do... I believe it was...
You were making me roll d6s.
Yes.
3d6.
So, go ahead and roll 3d6.
Okay, this is a good time to roll high. Not like that.
That was the opposite of that. All right, I realized that the trees moved, and they can follow people within the grove. So I'm giving you a couple more hits off of that because they should have been hitting pretty much every turn, not just on the first of that. As long as they're in that square, they're here. They're gonna get pummeled every time. So
I almost feel like you should just take average damage and just subtract it off while they're standing in there.
No, you could do that.
It would streamline it.
It would. So from now on, anytime they go in there, it will be a minus 14 per turn.
Ooh, okay, guys, we need to get them all up there. So there's spike damage, 8 damage from the spikes, 14 damage from the trees. That's 22 damage per turn in there.
That Druid Grove is doing its job.
If only we had multiple castings of it and could have put them in a few places. But still, just covering the door, which they believe is the weak point, is huge.
It is the weak point. It's just...
Well,
they think it is.
They think it's the weak point. It's not anymore. It's actually
100
one of the strongest
plus 900 wall.
With the Druid Grove plus the wall behind the gates, that is the strongest defensive section of the entire perimeter.
Yeah, it's a 6th level.
Oh, I hear the music.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yay, it's working. Syrinscape's working. Okay. Now I feel bad about complaining about the user interface earlier because it
Why?
actually
The user interface is still crap.
It's still not good.
It's $50 a year that I'm paying
for. The interface isn't bad. It's just the fact that that there's no easy way to update and connect. You have to always go through the website, and it doesn't link you to it from the app. All they would need to put is a link to all of that stuff, to your account and everything from the desktop app, and that would literally fix all of my issues with it.
The problem is that their online service is an afterthought to the soundboard, and they've made a very good soundboard that is for in-person gameplay.
That makes more sense then. It's a secondary thing to what the primary thing is. Then...
It's technically in beta still.
Yeah.
And I don't know how much time they're spending on it. And Ross Ryan, stop trying to hashtag scare me.
But
that I will forgive that then.
The thing is though, like, if it's for live games, there are way more options for playing music for everybody who's there.
True.
Yeah.
Like, their bread and butter should be the online thing.
It it's how they are gonna be able to distinguish themselves from just having
a soundboard.
Otherwise, I
There's
could
a
just
million
pull up like a
soundboards.
Spotify playlist or something.
Yeah.
You can just pull up videos on YouTube.
Oh,
for
yeah,
background
exactly.
noise. Yeah.
But again, they're not. They didn't go into it for music. They went into it for the sound effects. So if I was using this to the full capability, I would tie in all of these different sounds and be like have a keyboard in front of me, like a MIDI keyboard.
Yeah.
That I could be doing like
Wilhelm
Okay.
scream.
Wait. Okay. Next time Zero shoves him off the deck, you gotta
Yes.
like.
Next time I push someone off the wall, Wilhelm scream, please.
I will do my best. I mean, you're asking me to run an entire. There's like 50 things on here.
Oh, okay. Well,
It's fine. I'll give you warning. I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna roll an athletics check, and someone hopefully will be Wilhelm screaming, so you can like click over and get it ready. Anyways, so the trees did some damage, and now we're starting over in the turn order, right?
Yep. So it is
Round.
going to be at the top the ogre turn. So we'll go. Let's get a bigger field of view here.
All of the ogres spontaneously die from a mysterious infection.
they all have heart attacks from that red meat diet they've been eating. Exclusively red meat this whole time.
Fortunately, at that moment, the cartoon animator had a fatal heart attack, and the cartoon terror was no more.
6 to the wall's AC. The walls have an AC of
13.
13. So nothing on that. Oh, I didn't roll my D4.
No, it's okay. They only get one action.
No, it's fine.
That's fine. It's
It's
fine.
okay.
After the one
No,
they
you
got
rolled
last
it.
time,
The one.
it's all
See?
good.
It was a 1.
It's a 1, isn't it?
Yeah.
Deserved.
All right. Well, the other one is going to throw his boulder. All right. Well, that's the ogre's turn. All right.
The boulder feels conflicted about being thrown at a defenseless wall.
All right, you 3, you're up. Roll your D4s.
Oh, God.
Come on.
Yes! Oh, that's the best thing that could have
That's-
happened.
Yeah, because you're the
I
one that
only
can
need-
push him back.
I only need 1, so I'm okay.
That means you
That
can
gives me
move
something.
and then also heal.
And heal
so,
one.
yeah.
I was like, I only need the 1, but
I
the
got a
others
2
help
as
heal.
well, so I can do a similar thing. I actually can probably stay where I'm at and heal.
All right,
twice.
Oliver. Go ahead.
So this is just your actual personal turn.
Yeah,
first. Ooh, before, because Talaph's personal turn is coming up in a second, I had a question before we do anything too crazy. The giant, are they elk or whatever they are?
Yeah,
Mhm.
what about... Yes.
If the two of them charged a siege tower together, would they knock it down?
Ram is gonna do.
They're 7 feet at shoulder and 1,500.
They are
pounds.
huge beasts.
They're
They're not just
1,500 pounds.
Large, they're huge.
Yeah, I would say. Does an extra 7 damage.
Because I know they have like a charge attack or something like that.
And if you want to take weight and stuff into
It's an
consideration,
extra.
there's that there too.
So it does 19 damage. I would say no. Go ahead and roll me a D100. Curiosity on a 75 or higher, I'll say they have a chance.
Well,
That's a 95.
Yep.
All right.
The dice have determined.
I mean, you're already going to be able to push them back with your ability, with your troops, but you could maybe try and just knock over and destroy the tower first on your bonus action.
okay.
So, that's one thing I was thinking about, and I was like, I want to just at least put this into the discussion if this is something that can happen, because that could be useful. They can at least make the attempt. That's good. All right. Anyways, sorry to interrupt.
I'm gonna try this. I don't think it'll necessarily work. I'm gonna try to fire splash, not acid splash, the siege tower. If I may do that.
Absolutely.
You're basically throwing
I'm gonna
Torbjorn lava at it.
Exactly. I'm trying to start it into flames, weaken it. If
Molten core.
Rolling out the welcome mat.
technically a deck save.
You should
Technically,
try my
also
meatballs.
technically it's an area of effect, but it only hits 2 targets, is what it says. So.
I mean, 14 acid damage is pretty good.
Well,
Oh,
it would be less though.
9 fire damage. Is
It'd be
what it
9
actually
fire
be.
damage.
9 fire. Okay.
Yeah. Because I have the +5 to acid, but I want to see if I can shit on fire.
Roll me a. Let's see. They.
You guys ever seen The Core?
Such a
No.
good movie. Wow.
like-
a 3. Well, they
It
failed
throws
that.
It throws the lava on top of the siege tower, and a bit of it drips through, and it's like that scene in The Core where the guy, the tiny drop of lava lands on his head and just instantly kills him. Good movie. I mean, cheesy movie, cheesy disaster movie, but good movie.
Is that the one where they're under attack or they're in danger of like microwaves from outer space or something?
The
Sort of,
rotation of the Earth stops, and they have to
The core
restart it
stops
with a
spinning.
nuclear bomb.
Yeah, the core stops spinning, and so the Earth's magnetosphere fails. So the ozone layer starts breaking down, and sunlight starts scorching everything.
Two-Face and $1 Million Baby have to go into the center of the Earth.
Yep, and Stanley Tucci. Oh wait, that's
Wait, Tommy Lee Jones is in this?
Other Two-Face. All right.
Aaron Eckhart.
I'm gonna say it does some damage. I mean, it's a cantrip, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I knew it was a long shot, but worth a shot.
So,
it makes it a little bit less stable, maybe.
because it is kind of an area of effect, I'll give you the 9 damage, the total.
Okay.
Because you're setting it on fire and it's burning around them and they're compact, so I'll give you the full damage on it, but it's a big thing. It's going to take a lot for it to burn down.
Like maybe a fireball.
I'd have to do a higher level.
Yeah, you'd have to wait.
So,
If you
anything
wait.
else?
Bonus action high.
That group isn't
Okay,
right.
roll a-
That group isn't right on the wall yet, so they're not as dangerous.
16. That's really low.
That's like your
God.
lowest
The
stealth.
lowest you've
That's my lowest stealth yet. That's
Jeez.
All right.
Wow.
They're gonna actually feel that and see that, and they're going to attack.
So he still has to roll a dice for attacks, though, right? What level
For
is it?
consequences?
Yep. So it's a mild risk. So 1d4.
Okay, at least it still kept it a mild risk.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, but I mean 9 damage is not gonna be.
Yeah, and not to really it just to the
11,
No,
13, and 7.
no.
All miss.
yay.
If all 3 of those hit, that could have hurt real bad.
All right, Ridire, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna pull a Molotov cocktail out of my pants,
Okay.
and I'm gonna light it, and I'm gonna chuck it into the siege tower.
All right.
What do you want me to roll for that?
I'm looking it up.
Because I'm pretty sure throw a bottle into the opening of a large structure is not something that's difficult for people. Even if it hits a guy that's standing in the entrance, the fire will spread all over the place, which is what I want. So,
All right, homebrew Molotov cocktail. Nice. All right.
Yeah, I don't remember what we used for dice rolls on them originally because that was like the 5th episode or whatever.
I don't think we even like threw them. We just pushed the whole wagon at the tree.
No, we threw a couple of them at some of the mushroom people.
Oh, okay.
All right, go ahead and do a dexterity attack.
Could I use athletics instead for throwing
Every time.
athletically?
It is a ranged attack, which would be dexterity based.
If you throw it like an axe, maybe.
Well, yeah, because I can throw an axe with strength. Even if I can't use athletics, if I can at least use strength, I have a slight bonus.
Ooh.
Yeah, but it's a ranged attack. You're not
But
walking
so-
up and smashing against them. You're
So is a throwing axe, and I can use strength for a throwing axe. That's what I'm getting at. Because I'm not lobbing for like precision. I'm just going.
He's trying to hit the
it's-
broadside of
it's-
a barn here.
it's- yeet, not
I am
Toby.
keeping that in mind, but it is still a ranged attack, which is dexterity based.
Well,
I forget the reason that axes aren't. Are they versatile?
No, the hand axes are with strength because it's not a dex based. It's not because it's not finesse. It's not a finesse weapon. I don't know. I think they did it because of the way it's supposed to be being thrown. Like, hand axe isn't. You're not throwing it with as much like a throwing dagger or anything like that. You're just like, you know. Although there technically is form to throwing axes, but
Yeah, there's a lot of form to getting a.
I don't know. That's just what the rules of D&D 5th edition are. But okay, I have no bonuses to dexterity, so that's a 13.
If the weapon is a melee weapon, you use the same ability modifier for that attack roll and damage roll you would use for the melee attack.
Yep.
For example.
So you can technically throw a dagger with strength as well, but because it's a finesse weapon, most people use dexterity because most people are using them with
all right,
dex-based characters.
sorry. So I'm confused. So ranged weapons don't have to be dexterity based?
Thrown weapons don't.
Like a bow is dex.
A bow is dex, and crossbows, I believe, are well. Actually, crossbows, we were kind of trying to figure that out the other day, but thrown weapons are all based on what their primary attack is. So, for default, it would be strength for everything, but if it's a finesse weapon, it can also be dexterity. Since most people that are using thrown weapons tend to be dex builds, it's just commonly assumed that it's dexterity, because daggers are going to be your most commonly used thrown weapon by people. But technically, you could throw a dagger with strength in the core rules as well.
Weird. I
But,
guess
I mean-
I've never.
Most very how
Wow.
often do people use hand axes as thrown weapons? I think my character doing it earlier in the campaign was the first time either of us have ever really dealt with that.
Yeah.
So-
Sorry. So, all right. I thought I was sticking with the rules, but no. Go ahead and use. Your
Well,
strength
does
attack.
does the 13 hit? Because if so, why bother re-rolling it?
Well, just add your strength.
Oh well,
modifier
strength
to the
would be strength would be a +2, so it'd be a 15.
roll. So that definitely is gonna hit. Because you needed a. All right. Roll me 1d8.
Three.
All right, so you watch as the inside gets on fire and they start running around screaming and take 3 damage on that turn.
And I don't think I can do anything else because just shield bash I have to attack. So
This has thrown me off completely because that's good to
I
know.
mean, I attacked with strength with my hand axes earlier in the same campaign, but I had that built. I just had that built in, and I was just clicking the built-in attack thing. So I guess maybe you just never questioned it.
Yeah.
Your perplexity is exactly how I felt when I found out Apple Maps was actually kind of good now.
Oh, is it?
I use it.
That's new.
I was like, really? Is my whole world like upside down?
A little bit.
All right.
That's gonna be my action though.
All right. Roll me a d4. That's gonna be a long-lasting effect, so it is gonna have some. All right.
1. They just saw a bottle fly out of the mass of enemies.
They got an 8.
I mean, both the 8 and the 17 would miss. So.
All right. Talamh, you're up.
Yay! 21 AC.
All right. Yeah. I could just do my bonus action first, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna have Mr. Elk try to knock the tower over.
One or both?
Well, okay, they have 60 feet of movement, so can they both get there?
Well, it's the whole hour long.
Okay,
turn,
well then.
Right.
Well,
Alright.
it's still, I mean, it's less about the fact that it's an hour to get there, and more in the grand scheme of things, everything happening in their turn, could they get there? But with 60 feet, I'm gonna say yes.
Okay, well then they both try to do it.
Okay.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and roll a d20 and add 6 to it.
$13.
Nice.
13 will unfortunately miss.
Is that for both of them?
Yeah, because they're doing it together to get the bone. To get enough to knock it
Oh,
over, it has
okay.
to be both of them. So
Well, poop.
they moved around, they got into place, they tried, but it's just too chaotic in there right now.
All right. And as my main action, how far is? Would you say that's? Would you say the interior of the ground where that thing is about 60 feet away from me?
Like where they are, these guys?
Yeah, like within range of, oh, I don't know, a lava font in parentheses flaming sphere.
I would 60 feet is be better to be in their square, but I think I allowed 60 feet for your other thing.
Actually, speaking of which, you know what, let's just do the other one. Let's just do another spike growth in that area. You know, be milling around on a meat grinder.
Okay. It's worked out so far.
It's been significantly affecting their ability.
Yeah, we're gonna do that then. Do I have the thing for spike growth? No, because I don't actually need to make an attack with it, so I never actually wrote it in. So yeah, what did we say was 5d?
I don't know, 5d8 or something like that. To represent all of the d4s they would be getting by crossing it, I think is what we ended up with. What Chuck had you do last time?
It was something D8. I know it was D8.
I thought it was 5d8.
So I rolled.
Scroll up.
Well, it won't matter till their action for the damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, so look for their action while the others are taking their turn. Just look for it, and I'll go
I
with
can't
what
get
you
up.
say.
I can't get up very. Oh, I can't. Oh, I can read all the chat. Oh wow. All right, this is gonna be.
At one point, there's 2D8.
I'm like 99.9% certain it was 5d8 that you were rolling.
I think so.
I'll read spike growth while you guys are doing your other turn.
Well, spike growth does 2d4 per 5 foot of movement. You chose a different type of dice roll for it
Yeah.
based on what was going on.
I rolled 6d8 for my little critters.
Yep. For every 5 feet it travels, it's 2d4.
Yeah.
Right.
But you were having her roll 5d8 to represent, like, essentially like 10d4 of all the guys milling about on it, I believe.
I rolled 5d4s, really? Is that it?
Yeah, that sounds more accurate as 5d4. 5d8, they'd have a lot less health than they do.
Yeah.
Well, but she did 30 damage one time. 5d4 can't get 30 damage.
No,
So
it
it had to have
can't.
been more that she was rolling.
Okay.
I'm trying to find it.
Alright, well, while you're trying to find that, are you going to move during your turn?
I don't know where I should even move. There's no where really to move to because you guys are all where I would end up going anyway, so I will not move.
Okay, so while you find that, we'll go to the Builthy turns, starting with whoever wants to start.
Maybe it was 5d4, and maybe I'm just thinking wrong.
I can go first. I'm gonna move down 1. My troop is gonna move down 1, and then heal for the second turn.
Okay, and yours is
Yeah.
Yep,
these guys.
the ones with Ridire.
Okay.
And healing, I believe, is a d10. Yep, 1d10.
7.
Nice.
Okay.
Hey, it helps.
Plus 7. 124.
And if we're lucky, and you can get through a round without sustaining any more damage to them, you can maybe heal up a bunch more.
Yep.
Alright, Ridire, what were you going to have your troops do?
I think it depends on what Curiosity wants to do.
Yeah, okay, it was 5d4.
It was
All right,
5d4.
anyway.
Okay, good.
So I'm definitely taking my guys in here and like using my thing to shove them away.
Well, so
Okay.
you have 4 actions.
Yes, I'm using one of
Are
them.
you-
I'll probably
Are you going to have them stay in that space, or are you going to have them move out of it? Because they'll still be able to get attacked if they stay there. Is the one.
All right, I'll
thing.
move in. I'll attack. I'll use a thing to move 'em- to
To push them back.
push him back. I'll
Which
move
is also
back
not bad.
to this one.
Well, there you're still at potentially getting attacked at range. Actually, there's only 2 spots that don't have enemies that can attack at range. So one of our groups is going to be in threat anyways.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess you could just roll. Well, she gets 1 attack and then an attack of opportunity for pushing them back, right?
Yep.
All right. So I moved there. I could attack once and then shove him back
Yep.
and then heal, or I could heal twice. What do you think?
Maybe heal twice because you'll
All
you'll get the attack of opportunity, so you'll at least get 1 attack chance.
All right.
But pushing them back is huge. Oh wait. Okay, move, push them back, and get the attack of opportunity. Pour boiling oil
Oh, that's right.
and then heal.
Okay, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
All right. So is it just a straight up D20 for their attack?
Yep.
Fudge.
Oh, that misses.
All right.
Dang. But pushing
Well-
them back and getting the boiling oil is going to make it a lot harder for them to push.
And
through
they're
on
pushed. They got pushed back through the spike growth.
that. Would they have been? Yeah, I guess they were on top of it technically. So
Yeah, they moved away from it, so...
cast it under their feet basically. So
Are we rolling 5d4s for that?
5d4.
Well, I
At
only
least
rolled
it's
4.
Oh,
There,
so
I need one more. Okay, so 9.
So 9.
9 damage.
I'll take it.
Okay, boiling oil. Let's go.
Yeah,
Do
you technically
you
don't
want to do the
anything.
boiling oil first?
Because you could do the boiling oil on
Oh.
top of them first.
Sure, I'll do it. If
All right,
that's
roll
the
another
optimal move, then
D20.
first. Oh.
It'll still make the area dangerous, but it might hit them and deal some extra damage.
Yeah, no matter what, it makes it difficult. Okay, that's gonna
So it's an
double.
extra 10 damage.
Nope, it's a crit. I'm gonna double it.
Oh, so it's 20 damage. All right. So you did 29 damage to them and made it a lot harder for them to get back up now.
Okay, now I'm gonna heal.
That was the
Okay.
troop that was also like the lowest, I'm pretty sure too.
Yeah, if we can get rid of like a full like regiment
One
of
whole
them.
group of them, it'll be huge. Yeah.
I'm gonna say 2 of the troops are starting to look kind of thin and ragged. So
The good thing is like, if we manage to get rid of all 3 of the cultists, like the werewolves have been hanging back shooting with siege weapons, but like eventually they're gonna have to push forward.
Oh.
Yes, they're probably stronger in the melee, but without their fodder,
I get 2 guys back.
hey, it's every point is valuable in this game mode.
all right. So that was everybody's turn, right?
All right. So this.
I have not done my actions
Oh,
yet.
Oh yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Because I was waiting to see if she wanted to do anything else. Is it worth me trying to attack anyone, or should I just heal?
Can you get anybody to attack?
I could move up here and shoot at those guys,
Right. Or you can move down and shoot at the ogres.
or I could move down here and shoot at the goblins.
Okay.
But I feel like it might be better for me to take this turn to heal up.
Yeah.
It's a little
How many moves do you have? Or
2. Alternatively, I could move down here and try and just block this off from these guys, but Oliver's there. And that would be all of my movement to do that, so I wouldn't get to heal any. But my guys have the most hit points of any of our groups. Do we think it's? I mean, they're not up against the wall yet, so
Can you use your rally to heal another group?
no.
Not heal, just
Or not
I-
rally, but yeah, you're
advantage.
not
Rally just gives advantage. Her
Or not
special
the rally,
ability.
but the other one.
Her special ability just adds temporary hit points. It doesn't actually technically heal.
No, I was saying like the heal, that heal
Oh,
thing.
you're wounded. I'm assuming
Okay.
it's only for your own group, right?
it's intended only for your own group.
Okay.
What do you guys think? Should I take a chance to heal up a little bit so that I can run around more if need be, or should I try and push an
If you-
attack on somebody?
If you can't do meaningful damage to ones that are already hurt, I would just heal
Well,
up.
I mean, I could get a single longbow attack on these guys, but I would at most be 8 damage.
I think healing is more beneficial because that's
Yeah.
That's
All right, I'm going to heal twice.
Okay.
15.
That's pretty good.
That's really good. Okay. I think that's what we've got.
So how hurt is this unit of cultists looking out here?
Which one?
They're both.
This one?
Yeah, this one.
I think they're both looking pretty raggedy.
They're starting to look pretty ragged.
There are lots of dead bodies littering the ground in those areas.
Yes, there are. We got tagged on Twitter and I don't know why. What's going on? Reflex Save Podcast. Are you just tagging us because you're awesome? Because you're awesome.
Probably.
Okay. ADHD kicking in. Cultist turn. Roll a d4.
1.
3.
I said 1, Chuck.
I heard you, but I didn't listen.
Said one.
All right, so
We'll compromise 2.
these guys are going to move closer up for 1 because they're idiots and it's foggy. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna have them roll a wisdom. See if they're that dumb.
Fail.
Intelligence.
Yeah.
13.
Man, that's
That's tough. That's above average, but oh wait, they're cultists. They don't think.
They're
They're
fanatical
fanatical.
and they're suicidal.
If you say it at the same time, it's creepy, y'all.
they're
The exact
fanatical.
words you used last time, so
All right, so going into it in 1. So, and then going into it for a second
Ooh.
set. So, that was 1 for the difficult terrain of the other, 1 to get into it, and then 1 to move in it. So that would be 8 for entering. 8 for entering the next part of it. Plus 14.
That's
So
30.
30.
That's
And they
They're
still have
spiked.
3 to go before moving
Before
to get
getting
to the
close
wall.
enough.
wait. Is that how
And
much
then-
damage they took?
Yeah, they took 30
Yeah.
damage. And then
And
they
then-
still have 3 movement, 3 actions needed to make it to the door and try and smash through the door that they don't realize it has a giant wall behind it.
And that includes the trees smacking.
Yeah,
smacking
that
them
was-
upside the head.
yeah, that was
Ooh,
part of the-
Those trees are good.
So, Talamh is just sitting there and can sense these people running through and getting thinner and thinner of a horde
Oh,
as they progress forward.
and Talamh kinetic spikes them for one
Oh,
kill
yeah.
to kill one more of them.
Boom.
Thought I should remind us all of that we've established that she's doing that.
That's right. Just boom.
1 extra hit point gone from them every turn that they're on the other side of that wall from you it helps.
All right,
It does.
1 to enter the space. And I need to push that.
Oh man.
And that one, the spike growth is still there because
Yeah.
it hasn't been a full ground rotation yet.
All right, so 1 to get into it. 2 to get across the pond. 3 to get across the burning oil. Because
So
of the
there.
Molotov, I need you to roll me another roll me a D8.
Me? Okay.
Yep.
2.
So they take another 2 damage from the Molotov.
So it's burning and hurting some of the guys in the tower. I love it.
And then another
Find kindling. Find kindling.
another
And then-
2d4 for the spike growth, because they're just getting up to it, but they're not really
Just-
moving through it.
Barely on the edge of it, but hey, extra damage is extra damage.
4.
Nice.
-4. All right, you're
That hurt him.
that's definitely hurting them. All right, and now these guys are gonna move up to get against the wall, and then they're going to take a swing at. No, kaboom! They missed.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, guys!
they're
The fact
so
that they
dumb.
keep blowing themselves up is our saving grace.
Oh my god.
Yes.
They only did 1 damage.
The one guy.
The
one
one
guy
guy.
blew up.
No wonder the explosion didn't hit. It's just the one
Yeah.
guy.
One dude.
You watch as Oliver. You watch as one guy in the back falls trying to get out of the moat, and like lands on his hand, and you just see his back explode out as his
Oh.
ring triggers.
Have you guys seen the newest season of Love, Death, and Robots?
I've
have
not seen any of it.
I
Oh.
want to, but it's on Netflix, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have Netflix right now.
Okay. There was this
Alright.
one scene that it reminded me of.
That's amazing.
Nope.
Thing is, like,
Oh.
I want them to roll high on the D100 damage when they miss.
Oh yeah.
I would have wanted that
Ballista
roll
Ties
That's
go to the.
high.
So the wall is safe. Another ballista misses. Alright, these guys up here now. It's their turn. That's a 7 and a 16. They actually did damage.
They hit the wall and also kill the cultists. Right?
No.
Pins another cultist to the wall,
If it had been a 1, it would have.
And it would have broken.
and it would have broken
Again.
again.
Alright, so
It
I
was
mean,
a hastily constructed
credit-
ballista.
credit to them that they designed them in such a way that they malfunction easily, but those malfunctions can be fixed easily. It's like an AK-47.
Yeah.
The firing pin can drop out of alignment really easily, but it's very easy to just fix it. Whereas other guns don't typically jam, but if they do, they're much more complex to fix.
Look to the east, we'll magically have right now.
Oliver, what does your elf eye see?
I see a big army here with the next 2 turns. Clear.
He's only a half elf, so he gets one elf eye.
Fun fact: the reason he specifies his elf eyes is because elves are flat earthers, so he can see beyond the horizon.
Oh gosh.
That's actually true.
What, really?
Elves in Tolkien, elves ignore the curvature of the earth.
What?
So
What?
that's why they can see so far.
Does he break his hand? Trying to pick up a boulder? Or squash a goblin standing next to him?
Just drops it on a goblin. Just kills one goblin. Oh.
These guys take 11 damage as a boulder goes coursing into their backside, taking out 11 of them.
Sorry.
Oh wait.
Hey, what's for you aiming?
This group got hit by the boulder?
bad.
Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing.
The southern group got hit.
Oh, these guys? Nice.
So Oliver's like standing on the wall, like, okay, these guys are climbing up at me, and all of a sudden, just a boulder just. Thank you.
I'm watching it, and then some guy in the back explodes, and then a boulder.
Oh my god, they missed every one.
Oh,
Oh,
we're
jeez.
getting lucky because the thing is, like, if they start hitting consistently,
It hurts.
it's gonna wreck
Does
us.
hurt.
Yeah,
It's 40 damage to the wall per boulder.
we are relying on them not being very accurate.
All right, go ahead, Oliver. You're up. You've got guys directly in front of you now.
We'll
I'm
definitely get a troop move down there to block them next turn, depending on what our rolls are.
I could do this, but I think it's an action, a bonus action and an action. Which isn't. You know what? It did some spread damage. I'll just acid ball again, or acid splash. This time actual acid. So
Shoot some acid randomly into their faces.
it is technically area of effect, which helps. It's a cantrip, sure, but it
They failed.
13 because that is acid. I did opt for acid this time.
So 7 damage.
Hey, that's nice.
7
Yeah,
guys dead.
Doesn't
All right.
attract quite as much attention as a big fireball.
Bonus action hide.
Roll your stealth. They are starting to look hurt, by the way.
There you go.
Oh,
That's still
okay.
bad.
That's still rolling a 10
That's
for
still
you.
bad.
Yeah.
That's still like
Jeez.
really mediocre.
They
Your
do not
mediocre
see
stealth
you.
is.
You know, my mediocre is godlike.
All right, Ridire.
All right. I've already thrown a Molotov. So these guys are at the wall.
They are at
right?
the wall.
Okay, so they're not up on it yet, but I can use melee attacks against them because they're starting to climb it. So I will. I'll just do some sword swinging this turn, I think.
Okay.
I just realized that I have over half the hit points of one of these entire squadrons of soldiers. Longsword. That's a 13.
That'll hit.
And the longsword, that's
Ooh.
that's double nat 20s.
Double 20. Not even just a
So I don't know if that lets me kill an extra one, but
Oh, of course it
at the very
does.
least okay, so then so I kill one for the first and then what, like 2 for the second one?
Yep.
And then I will shield bash and maybe someone will Wilhelm scream perhaps.
Maybe.
When I roll this athletics. If I roll it well, of course, you know. That's a 24.
Wow.
That's a contested strength, right?
Yes. They can use athletics.
Wow.
Yay! Oh, that just makes it worth it. The troops there get a morale boost from watching me repeatedly just boom people off the wall.
And that's another one dead as he falls off from a great height.
I want Ridire to just go ape, do the Legolas thing, and like ride his shield go all the way down.
I'm just picturing Ridire as like
Maybe.
Winston.
Talamh!
All right, we're. Should I spikety spike him again? That thing wouldn't have lasted all the way up.
No, it would have ended now.
Oh, Ridire, sorry. Go ahead and roll a d4. You did just kill 4 of them.
2. Miss.
There you go.
All right, so
Stupid AC.
I'm gonna roll out the welcome mat again.
They have to roll an 18.
I know.
To be able to hit me.
I know.
18 would tie. They have to roll a 19 to be able to
I
hit
know.
me.
I did the math.
Wait, is your AC 19?
My AC is 21, and they get a +3 when attacking us specifically, not the other troops. So they would have to roll a 19 to be able to beat my AC.
Oh, so they have to roll a 16 to be able to hit me. Well, that's cool. All right. So yeah, rolling out that welcome mat again, right here, right mirror.
How are you doing on spell slots with all of these spike growths?
That's. I'm out of 2nd level spell, so I'll have to upcast it next time.
Okay.
Good news is it will deal more damage.
True.
Oh no!
I'd maybe hold off.
Yeah.
On with your higher level ones until we kind of reassess it with these other troops.
Yeah.
Because we might want to use some spells against like the werewolves if they get involved.
Oh, of course. And then
But for now, shredding these guys some more seems like a
I
good
would
idea.
like my elks to try to knock their siege tower down.
Nice. Yeah, good idea.
Okay. Go ahead and roll their
D20 plus 6.
plus 6.
Come on.
How about a 21?
Oh, that'll hit.
So did they actually knock it down? I mean, it is on fire as well, so it's definitely structurally unsound.
Roll me 4d6 plus 4.
Ooh. What's this going to signify?
15.
Nice.
That's just under statistically average.
Take it. So they can still climb up the wall without the tower because they have like ladders and things, but like the tower makes it easier for them, I think.
The
But
tower
also-
just gives them higher AC when they're fighting in it.
Oh, I gotcha. So it gives them better defenses when pushing that attack.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So getting rid of it does help because it makes our troops better at repulsing them then because they won't get that armor bonus. Cover bonus.
Too much to scroll through. Here we go. Okay.
Did you just read that?
It's never lupus curiosity.
I'm gonna say it does knock them back half of a space.
Ooh, yay!
Oh, okay.
I was hoping more to just collapse it, but that works too.
Dealing, well, because it's technically part of their ability. It's not an actual, like,
Yeah, I get what you're
separate
saying.
entity. So, but in knocking into it and doing that, I will say it does, take away
Trigger.
8 damage as well.
Nice.
So
Oh.
they dealt 8 damage,
knocks a
and
few of them
knock it
off
back.
of it and stuff while it gets knocked. While they get knocked.
Do I
back,
get to
yeah.
roll any d4s?
For that one, yes.
All right. How many?
We're gonna go with the same that we've been doing, so 5.
It's the full
All
five.
right.
Sweet. I'm imagining like
Take
the
12.
12.
Wow!
I'm imagining the elk hitting the siege tower, and it just like rolls backwards 20 feet and rolls over 8 cultists.
Alright, now, because of that, you just dealt a lot of damage to them.
She's not in that space though.
Yeah.
That was the elk.
That was the elk doing it.
I guess you could maybe say they could get a ranged attack on her, but I feel like they wouldn't be able to do
it's...
multiples.
Alright, your elk are gonna get attacked.
Okay,
Okay.
fine.
So, roll a d4.
They've done good enough. They've done their duty.
What?
I mean, they cease to. No, it's amazing. They cease to exist after the next dawn, anyways. So they're gonna make it through half the battle to begin with. Oh, and you didn't do your badgers last turn.
Well, I only get 1 bonus action.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you could command all of the creatures with it though.
No.
Oh, can I?
No. No.
You have to
it's-
choose one of them. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the badgers are just gonna like be milling about.
Well, now that they've repulsed the siege engine, you could probably move the badgers.
Yeah, next
depending
turn.
on what happens. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll miss.
Even if it hits a single hit, those things they have like 40 hit points or something, so they can
Yep.
take a couple of hits.
Close
Not a
back.
lot. I mean, it wouldn't take them too long to take them down if they were hitting them. But
They have 46 health points because I
Yeah.
gave them temporary.
so they can take like 4 or 5 hits.
Alright,
So
Uh,
go ahead and roll your d4s.
Woo! Two is always good.
4.
Oh,
Oh,
4 again is
no.
amazing. And I got a 4 as well.
Oh.
So here's what I was thinking, Curiosity. If you have 4, you could maybe push these guys back again, and then 1 movement, 2 movement, and then push these guys back. If you wanted to. If you don't want to do that, I'll move down and try and defend against these guys. But that was just a thought I had because they're the 2 that are like really.
I'm going to use my 2 actions to heal.
Go for it.
Yeah, do it.
Do your heals. Good. Yep.
Ooh, that's good.
Okay.
I was thinking about using one of my actions to heal up again and just keep my guys here.
Is that right?
Basically do the
Oliver?
same turn as last time.
Okay.
Because-
Because my guys have got some good healing last turn, so I can come down and contest these guys now.
All right.
So,
Yeah.
Oliver,
And these
you're
ones
the...
up here have all the spikes, so we're okay with them for a minute.
What was that?
Which one is Oliver?
Chuck?
What color?
Blue.
I'm blue.
Plus 11.
11 helps a lot.
135.
You are correct.
So, all right. On my turn, I'm going to start with the oil.
So I don't think the oil stacks again, does it?
No.
Oh, does it still persist? I thought I had to reapply it.
I guess that's the question.
I would say it'd be for probably another turn.
Okay, so
Because a melee attack, if it hits, will do a little bit more damage than the oil will.
all right. I will do a melee attack and then I'll push him.
Okay.
And then I'll do 2 heals, I think.
I like that plan. Because that essentially also gives you an extra melee attack with the pushing them back. It's a nice special feature.
That'll hit.
And then it'll push him back.
And then make an attack to hit him, pushing him back.
Oh yeah.
Because you get the opportunity attack. That's his special ability, is what it does. So.
That'll hit.
2 solid hits.
And then how many d4s do I get to roll? 5 again?
No, because they were already out of the wall. They were to the
Okay.
next space over, so...
That's
Ah,
true.
okay.
The elk had pushed him back a little bit. So
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Okay. Well, that's fine.
I mean, that's 24 damage to melee hits.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's huge.
They're looking rough now.
All right, and I get 8 more guys back.
Nice. 8 heals.
So I'm up to 150.
I was feeling really bad after last session, but I mean, we're still wounded, but we're doing okay. We're being tactical about this, and it's working. So
far.
Okay, so now it's my guys.
Yep.
So they're gonna go 1, 2 to move down to there where Oliver is. And I think we're gonna do 1 melee attack. 14.
That'll hit.
Okay, so that's a melee hit. And then I think I'm going to use her special ability to get them a boosted AC and some temporary hit points.
Oh, that's nice. I like that. Yeah, if you're going to be blocking off, then...
So they get 3 temporary hit points, so essentially like 3 heal because of that. And then their AC is increased by 3 until their next turn.
Yep.
So they're shield while in there. That's huge. 3 extra hit point, 3 extra AC.
Oh, that's great.
A lot harder for them.
That's a lot harder to hit.
Do any damage, yeah. So that's going to be good. They should be able to block that off pretty well now.
Okay.
Especially considering they got some good hit points back.
Cultist turn.
They're going to finally turn and run away.
One.
It was a 1?
Yeah, that's a 1.
Yay!
And they're gonna move.
So they take 22 damage.
Yep.
Ow.
And they still have 2 more spaces to get up to the door.
Oh, God.
These guys are going to melee attack the troops.
These guys?
The
South.
southern.
Okay.
Yep. Oh, and that freaking hits. That sucks. At least they got a tiny bit of hit points back.
Yep. So that deals 15 damage.
That hits by 1. That hurts.
Oh.
No, their AC is only normally 10, I think, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
10. So plus 3
You
would
got
be 15.
Plus 3.
They-
15, but they rolled a 14 without the plus 3.
Oh, that's right. They have the plus 3.
Oh, that's
you're
right. You have to add that in. Thank
it's
you.
It's still just barely hit. It still hit, though.
It still hits, but just barely.
Just barely, yeah.
Okay. So that was their turn, and then these guys are going to longbow attack.
Fail. Oh my gosh.
And that's a 20, so that's 10 damage.
So basically,
Well-
everybody I just healed.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, at the very least, our healing actions ate all the damage we've taken this
Oh.
couple of rounds.
Well, that's
All right.
their turn.
We're
'Cause...
keeping it in stasis.
I'm alive! I'm back! I'm...
All right, we're gonna start with Chuckles up here.
Roll a 1. Roll a 1.
Werewolves, ballista. Oh, I didn't roll to see how many they get to go.
That's fine. They only get to go 1.
Roll
It was a
1.
2.
Roll a
Okay,
1.
close enough.
Werewolves always roll a 1. That's okay. A 2. The first ballista missed then.
And they're gonna move forward.
Ooh, into difficult terrain. Which is
Yeah.
fine. They can move. Oh no, wait, that's fire though,
That's
isn't it?
fire terrain.
So they
That
take
one
6
is fire.
damage. So make sure they take the 6 damage from that fire.
Yeah.
5 damage.
Yay! First damage on the werewolves.
All right, these guys are gonna ballista and miss,
Oh.
and they're gonna move over. Start coming at this from a different angle.
They're gonna all move up towards the top and start firing bolts at the weak doors.
Oh, those doors.
All right, well that's their turn.
Okay. Yay!
Goblin turn. Boulder, 19.
No.
I'm
That'll
starting
hit the wall.
clockwise, by the way.
How many turns do they get?
Yeah, you didn't roll for their actions, did you?
One of
2.
them.
Okay.
So boulder.
That does some damage to the wall.
Mm-hmm. We don't have the ability to reinforce.
weapon misses at least.
All right, now we're going to the southern guys.
2 1s. No, that's not a 1.
Oi!
That is the opposite of
I don't think that
1.
means anything as far as them
It
attacking it.
means they hit, though.
Oh, yeah.
It does some damage to the wall, significant damage to the wall.
Oh!
Okay.
Again!
You know that damage they did to the wall?
Perfectly balanced, like all things should be.
Another 11!
Just
Wow.
rolls through a bunch of the cultist troops.
Boom, 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 boom.
I've dealt 22 damage to
I'm
my
just-
own guys.
I'm just picturing like the big chunks of stone like rolling over orcs at the Battle of Minas Tirith.
Yep.
Just-
Or like
All
in
right.
every like American Revolution war film, it's just the cannonballs rolling across the field, just
Yeah, just
taking
like-
swaths of people out.
Yep.
Boom, boom, boom.
All right, Oliver.
Oliver, you're up.
I am going to I'm going to ice spike, but acid. Or ice knife, but acid. So I'm going to
Acid knife.
which is a roll to hit first. Oops, the first one. It's 11. Sorry, hit it twice. 11.
That will miss.
They also then it explodes, and they have to make a dex save. Not a great roll, but
9 fails.
half of 5, 3.
3 damage.
Bonus action.
Roll your stealth.
Hide amongst the troops.
20.
So,
I'm
yeah,
not even gonna roll for it.
now you roll higher because the troops are there to give you more cover.
That's still not a fantastic roll. It's above
That's-
average.
You rolled 14. Like that's pretty
Yeah,
above
but, like,
average.
But like, it's not 30.
when you have a plus when you have a plus 10, you want to see high 20s a lot.
I
more
do.
frequently.
Like
I don't
now
wanna
you know how
see
I
anything
feel on
less
my
than
initiative rolls.
25.
I have plus 8 to initiative, and I'm like always middle of the pack.
Yeah. All right, Ridire,
Yeah.
you're up.
Ridire during this battle period is going to take the time to scry on Acolyte.
Okay.
I think we established last time that it auto succeeds.
I think so because of your familiarity.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
literally like we did the math. There's no way that she.
That she can pass the
Can
test.
pass.
Yeah.
or that she can pass the check. So,
Go ahead and roll me a Constitution check.
Saving throw or just
Just
flat
straight check.
Constitution? 21.
Yeah. It was gonna have to be a 1 to fail, but you're in the middle of a battle, so.
Well, yeah, I mean, I would have stepped away from the wall and into cover of like one of the nearby buildings or something. but
It's still a lot of chaos
There's
to
still yelling
concentrate on a
and
spell.
explosions and
Yeah.
arrows. Yep.
Okay. So your vision fades out and then once again reappears above the city and zooms northeast before settling down about very similar to the location that you were looking at her previously. You watch as Acolyte is pacing on a little hillside overlooking the battle, and you can now see from her perspective the city with the troops all in surrounding it. You can see the mass of cultists and werewolves, and she watches, and you can see her see a boulder hit the siege tower and take out a bunch of people, and she starts just this long string of expletives, and the ballista's breaking, and another long string of expletives. And then she just starts cheering and clapping as cultists are exploding around, dealing damage, and That's
So she thinks.
Huh?
So she thinks.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's not even taking part in the battle.
Nope.
Should have expected that from evil people, but
So she's on a hillside
overlooking it.
overlooking it, so she's nearby.
She's basically up the edge of where their camp
Yeah,
is.
she's at the edge of their camp, but
Okay.
just at a decent advantage point. You know, if she could, she would be having a thing of popcorn and just sitting watching.
I'm assuming Schlegel's Bagels is nowhere to be seen.
Roll me a perception check.
Roll a perception check. Perception. That's a 6.
Yeah, you don't see him.
Okay. All right. I know where they're at. I was hoping, potentially find out if they're in the battle or where they're at, just in case that'll help us later. And also, on the off chance I happen to overhear any sort of battle strategy stuff, it was worth the time to do it. So, okay.
Yep.
That's my whole turn then.
All right, and you did nothing, so you get shot at nothing. I mean, you didn't do nothing, but you didn't do damage. That was glib of me.
I didn't make myself noticed.
Yeah. Talamh, Dama.
All right. First of all, these difficult terrain.
Okay.
Okay. We have an extra ring of difficult terrain around the.
That'll help a lot when the other guys try to approach.
Mm-hmm.
You can set
all right.
them out and have them start doing it to the next tier as well.
Well, I have to do that next turn.
Yes, that's
they
what I'm
can
saying.
move.
Yeah.
Yeah, every other
But-
turn they can move.
You can just slowly start just turning the whole farmland area around the city into.
That's right. We're cultivating the farm for when we have to regrow and get food.
And all of the dead cultist bodies are going to provide excellent fertilizer.
Oh yes. All right, and then for my regular turn, should I even do anything yet? I could just kind of. You know what? These guys standing here are at disadvantage to attack because of that mist in the
mist.
Druid Grove. Are they in range for me to thunderclap them?
They're like 2 steps away from the doors, so that's I don't think thunder.
What's the range on Thunderclap?
It's
Centered on you, right?
it's centered on me. It's 5 feet, so
Oh,
probably not.
Yeah, no, not even close.
All right, well, fine. I will Thorn Whip one of them. Or I could Magic Stone him. Will a Thorn Whip hit? It's got a 30-foot range.
No.
Okay, I will Magic Stone one of them then.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Magic Stone. Will an 11 hit?
No.
You have advantage because of the mist.
Oh, I have advantage? Will a 13 hit?
Are you
You
sure?
We can see through it and cannot be seen attacking, so it's like attacking from stealth. It's the same thing as if you have like a warlock that's looking through the magical darkness with Devil's Sight gets advantage on those attacks because you're attacking from stealth. Essentially, if the enemy can't see you when you're attacking them, you have advantage on the attack.
Yeah. Yeah. So 13 will hit.
All right.
Kill one of them.
Cool. One of them just.
So they're like marching in again, and then there's a rock just slings out of the mist and just.
Out of nowhere, just puts one of them in the head. Oh, poor
They must
guys.
They must think this is our weakest spot because we're defending it so heavily.
Yeah.
City's haunted.
I mean, it technically was the weakest spot before you changed it. So
They don't know that.
yeah, they don't. As far as they're concerned, the gate is always going to be a weak point. Plus, these guys are fanatical. Like the goblins and the werewolves probably wouldn't throw themselves onto the spikes as much. They'd be a little bit more content to hang back.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. By the way, Chuck,
Mm-hmm.
this wall that we repaired, My stone walls are 15 AC.
Oh, really?
They aren't.
Yeah.
But they aren't the whole.
No, they're not the whole thing,
thing.
but I don't know if that accounts for anything.
I mean, I guess you could maybe give it like a +1 AC because they're maybe hitting those stronger portions.
Or if it just has extra health, I mean, it's
It
whatever.
has extra health.
The extra health is useful, yeah, because
Okay.
that one's been hit by boulders a couple times. The extra health is hugely beneficial.
All right.
Yeah, especially because you weren't patching up the whole area. You were filling in the hole,
You were
That's
filling in a
true.
hole.
not to be defensively stronger, but to be like
To keep people out.
yeah,
to
inaccessible.
keep those people out. Yeah, more inaccessible than like siege ready. So,
But it does provide a little bit of extra
oh yeah, it's still
extra
stronger, but
fortification. So
like it's healthier, but not necessarily full on.
yeah.
Good to go.
So now
All
we're
right.
rolling for our troops, right?
Roll for troops.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Wow.
4.
Okay, that's
Hey, a 2 is still good because you don't have any troops right up next to you, so you can
No.
either just heal or you can
Push
I
the
can-
werewolves
some-
back.
I can move him and push him away.
good. Actually, yeah, you can shoot at the werewolves because they got moved into range. Okay, who wants to go first? I don't think any of us need to move into each other's space right now, unless we
I think I just need
wanted.
to heal. I'm still under 150.
Yeah, unless we wanted Roland to move down here. Oh, you don't have enough move. You don't have enough actions to do it. So,
No.
yeah. So whatever you want to do, I agree. Healing is probably good for you, for Oliver.
23.
That's huge.
That is
Wow.
pretty good.
All right,
that's
who was
a lot
that?
of guys.
Was that
That's blue. Oliver.
So
158.
these guys.
plus
right
23?
here.
Wow.
That's huge.
You're at 158.
Yeah, I was gonna
Got
say,
more
that's
guys
a
than I do.
50.
I feel bad.
All right. Here, I'll see what ZerohGee gonna do,
I think I might just arrow and then
and then heal.
heal. Or should I heal twice? What do you think?
It's up to you. Both will be beneficial. But I mean, if you can arrow the werewolves, so you could hit them for a tiny bit of damage and potentially push them back with it, right? Or
I think it's
does
just
that not
melee.
work? Well,
My guy.
honestly, maybe healing would be better.
Wait. It just says move the enemy back 1 space and provoke an attack of opportunity. It doesn't say what range it
I
is.
think you can do it at any range, and you have to attack with whatever attack could attack you within that range with the
Is that-
opportunity.
As
I mean,
long
word
as
is-
you don't push them out of the square, or of the circle. That's what I had said earlier last week.
Okay, so I could push them from here to here.
Yep.
All right. Well then, yeah. Well,
Take a ranged opportunity attack.
for 15.
Does that hit the werewolves?
That does hit the werewolves.
Okay, so we know their AC is no higher than 15 at least.
So that's 8 damage.
I'll take it. We're finally getting some damage on them. We don't know what their hit points are like.
And then. Oh, that's a good amount of people.
Yeah, a 9 is nice.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh,
so
okay.
here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna do 2 melee attacks. It's an 18.
Okay.
Oops. And a 5, so that one will miss. And then I'm going to heal 1 for 4, which at least is something. And then I'm going to use the special ability for 1 temporary hit point. So I guess you could just basically just count it as another hit point. And then an additional +1 AC. So not huge, but it helps still.
All right,
Might
so you
make the
healed for
difference.
4 plus 1 ace for the AC. You did.
Yeah.
Um.
It's a temporary hit point, but because they're below their maximum, you could basically just count it as another. They essentially healed 5.
And you dealt 12 damage.
Yes. I figured that was the best way for me to expend all 4 actions. Potentially get some attacks, a little bit of healing, and defense up. Defense up didn't work as well as I was hoping, but 1 might make the difference between a hit or not. So,
Cultist's turn, and they actually get to do something.
what they roll?
They rolled a 4.
Oh no!
Oh jeez.
So, these guys here are going to do. So the southern guys are going to do dagger for 12.
But it's a -3, right? So it's a 9.
That's
So it misses.
9. So that first one misses.
Yes.
Dagger.
That'll
Oh,
hit.
That'll
one
hit.
hits.
So that's 15 damage.
Ouch.
Oh my god!
And they missed with the
Wow.
explosion. Thank goodness.
roll 100. Roll 100. Roll
90 or
100.
higher.
66.
Execute order 66.
Oh, that is a huge chunk of their remaining troops.
And they
Kablooey.
get 1 more attack, so
Whoa.
20!
Oh, they finally hit the wall. Okay.
1.
So that does a major amount of damage to the wall.
Well, you haven't rolled the damage yet, though.
Unless it's just a flat like the rest
It's a
of them.
flat like everything else.
Oh, if they hit, it just does damage? Okay.
Mhm.
And it's if they miss, you just
boy.
roll to see how many of them die. Okay.
Oh no,
see.
I still have to roll for that.
Oh, okay. But it does flat damage.
It
Cool.
does flat damage, then I roll to see how much damage it
Alright.
does to the wall.
So that sucks that the wall took a big chunk of damage there. But
And the
let's see how many more of them die.
They all die.
Still
I
good.
mean, they lost almost 100 people from that.
They are starting to look rough. that number.
Is it a nice amount of people they have left?
69.
Alright, so these guys are going to move their extra 2 movement to get up to the wall. So that is...
So 8 and then 16.
So 16 minus 16 plus 14.
That's 30.
There's so few of them left.
Good.
Good. Holy crap.
Oh, and then Tall of Kinetic Spike.
Oh yeah, take 1 away.
So 1 more damage. So 1 more damage.
Fair enough.
And the last
Take 'em
one
away,
falls.
Chuck.
Yay!
Yeah.
Oh, wipe out the rest of them with this explosion.
Oh my gosh.
Are they gone? Did they kill themselves?
They can't all be gone.
Yeah! They blew themselves up!
Hey Chuck.
The best part is, nobody knows what happened in there.
I know.
Whoa. No.
Oh.
Oh,
Hey,
it's
Chuck.
like it's like Stranger Things, because I've been binging that all day with the clouds and the lightning inside of it. You just see all this explosion happening. Nobody knows what the outcome is.
How do you want to do this?
I want to look onward as they all blow themselves up.
All right.
Okay. That is a huge up for us. That one, those guys, because then hopefully another group's going to be like, okay, because they can't see the doors, but they saw the explosion. Maybe one of the werewolf groups will think the doors must be down now, and they'll rush it, and they'll get hit by all of the stuff.
At least a group. I think the real win is that nobody really knows what happened in there because of the
Yes, at the very least, they don't know whether they are through or not, and we're sure, and they're down a squadron that can attack us. So that is a huge up for us.
I don't think the cultists are going to go because, obviously, but
Took the rest of their turn to get there, by the way.
Cool.
So
Good.
their turn's over.
Good. I'm hoping that one of the werewolf groups assumes that explosion got them through the gate and rushes the gate.
1,
Because that would be amazing for us, for them to get chopped up on
2.
the spike.
3.
Okay, so they're approaching.
one of them is.
They're at the very least investigating what happened at the gate.
Oh, they're gonna stay there and do
2 sieges.
16
hit.
will actually hit.
That hits the doors.
If it's at the doors, or the doors behind the fog, so would that be disadvantage?
Oh yeah, would they would have disadvantage,
Yeah.
wouldn't they?
Oh, absolutely. It would
10.
be.
I think the doors have 10 AC, so it still misses.
The doors have a slam attack. They can move 1 space per action.
You need to stop.
Okay.
Yeah, that one will
hit.
Yep.
Hit the doors. But the doors
Not a
hadn't
huge-
sustained a ton of damage yet. I think they'd
No.
only been hit by the battering ram once.
Nope.
Yeah,
The battering ram missed.
they
Yeah,
haven't been hit.
they have
at
not
all.
been
wow.
hit.
Oh, okay.
That's
That
the
must
first time they've
have
been
been one of the walls, yeah. I mean, the ballista does a lot more damage to them than the ram probably will. Actually, no, ram might do extra against the gates.
The ram was Grand.
Yes, it was. All right.
7 hours into Lord of the
If
Rings.
the werewolves have to be encroaching on an area, I'm happy it's the one up there with my Druid Grove, because that is the best place for them to be running at.
I have an idea to make us. If I get 3, I have an idea to make it look like we're desperate for that area.
Running up there and trying to fend them off.
I'm gonna run up there and then I'm gonna use my fire arrows.
Yeah, it'll make them think that we're really worried about them getting in.
Mm-hmm.
They might
Alright.
think that all the cultists died, but hopefully they'll think that they died opening up the way for them.
Psychological warfare.
Yeah.
Ogre turn.
What do they get?
Well, if I can get it to roll on anything.
One. That's a 1.
I see the 1 face.
That's a 1 face. Still though, I mean, if they hit with boulders, they do a
Ooh,
lot of
okay.
damage even with one
One
action. That sucks.
God.
Oh, that was the first one, was because he's going
That was
clockwise.
here.
That was
Yep.
that was your reinforced wall at least.
Oh, good. Well, at least it's the
Yeah.
reinforced one.
Yeah. Because I don't know how many extra hit points it has, but any extra means it can take the brunt of that a tiny bit better. Ooh, man, that's 2
That one
hits.
hurts.
Yeah, because that's the wall that they blew up
Yeah.
on. That wall is probably looking pretty bad now.
That wall is starting to look a little rough.
It's okay.
That wall is definitely showing some signs of wear and tear. So,
We've
Oliver.
still been successful in repelling them so far. I'm feeling confident.
I've had more success with acid splash than I did with anything but acid ball, and I don't want to waste a lot of stuff yet. 'cause
I
we still
would
have a lot of
agree.
things
I'm
with-
worried about what these werewolves might be capable of if they
Yeah.
when they get up
I'm
close.
gonna stay in place right now, and I'm gonna acid splash again. It's a cantrip that would be doing more than like even a level 1 spell for me. So
Yeah. It's a nice thing about dragon
that's
sorcerers. You
6
can make
acid damage.
okay.
bonus action hide.
Bonus action high.
You know what to do.
Oh,
I won!
there it is.
Wow.
I am the knight.
Somebody cast planar binding on Oliver. He keeps dissipating.
Oh,
Well,
that's the secret lore. I'm actually a plane hopper.
You're a planeswalker.
yeah, all right. Okay. Ridire, you're up.
I think I'm just gonna do some swingy McSwinging at these guys again. I don't think there's anything else that really. If the werewolves get close enough, I'm gonna move to wherever werewolves are, because I'm gonna be better at killing them than our other guys will be. So, longsword, that's a 13 and a 25.
Hit and hit.
And a 16 athletics for a shield bash. Ooh, You might have resisted that.
They resisted that one. Still took out
There
2
were-
of them.
There were enough of them packed up that when I punched him with the shield, he just kind of like bumped into his buddy.
They're starting to thin out now, so they're able to kind of
Dodge.
maneuver and dodge.
Had room to dodge.
So,
I'll take it, though.
question.
Yes.
Guys, would it be more worth it to move the badgers out, or have my elk go and try to topple these guys' tower?
I mean, you've got the one outer ring of difficult terrain already. So unless your badgers are going to go after their siege engines, I think the elk might be more useful.
Oh, do these have their siege engine here? Oh, okay. Well, yeah. If the ooh.
I don't know that they can really use it at that range, but they could always back up and use it if they realize things are tougher than they're expecting. So
You know what? These guys are the more immediate threat.
They are.
So the elks, I want the elks to.
Because the werewolves haven't even tested the waters of what's hidden in the fog there yet. So.
Yeah. So they're gonna come on down and hit the thing.
Okay, roll your d20.
The 6.
Come on. 13.
That misses.
That's okay. They're at least down there exerting some pressure.
All right.
All right, which of these icons, the difficult terrain, are fire? Do we remember?
I believe this
Um,
one.
The outer rings are for sure.
That's fire. That's
This
fire.
is fire. This is fire.
There was fire here as well, but they also the badgers also did there.
Yeah.
So that's technically both, because I guess they can take damage from walking onto the fire if you wanted to put one there, but
And then these guys will get a magic stone to the face.
yeah, magic stone. Are they? Yeah, I guess it's within the range already.
If I can get my character sheet. So. Will a 20 hit?
Oh yeah, 20 will hit.
All right.
Yay.
So one of them gets bonked in the head.
Okay, that's the first damage.
On that group, yeah.
Bonus action hide. Just kidding.
How would you feel as a werewolf, like a group of werewolves who think you're superior to everyone else, to have one of your fellows just get killed by a rock that comes flying out of the mist?
He probably deserved it for being weak enough to die by a rock.
To be fair, it's a very good rock.
That's true. I'm imagining more that instead of it like hitting him on the head like it did with the cultist, he was like, ah, and it went like down his throat and he choked.
All right.
I got perfect amount, and I know what I'm doing.
3, and 1.
1. But you know what? I've gotten a lot of stuff done. A 1 is okay.
You guys have really changed the flow of battle tonight.
Since my guys are just holding this line, I'm just going to heal. Actually, no. I'm going to use the special ability. It doesn't heal as many points, but if I roll a 4, that extra AC is huge. A 1. So 1 hit point, and then AC 11 now for my squad.
Okay.
I know what my troop is going to do. My troop, I want them to move into Talamh square, which is 2, I believe, because they have to diagonal and then over 1.
2, yep.
And then I want to fire arrow for my 3rd this space.
Oh, not the one they're standing in. Ooh, that's interesting.
Separate them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they can still run through it, but they take a tiny bit of damage to do so. So.
Okay.
It also makes us look desperate for that space specifically.
Yeah, it's true. All right, for mine, is the oil still active or is it gone?
It's gone.
So that's a thing.
Yeah, do the oil attack for sure.
Is it a D20?
Well, that's what I should have done. With mine.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just like every other attack. It just has the extra effects.
That'll
15.
hit.
So that's a flat damage that the oil
Yeah.
does?
Yeah, it does 10 damage to him, and then it also reestablishes the oil difficult
Oh,
terrain.
good. And then they're gonna get shoved back.
And you get a melee attack. I think
That
11
will
misses.
miss.
All right. So here's the thing. I could potentially move them back again into the fire, or I could heal.
Heal.
I will heal.
They're looking pretty rough right now.
They're looking incredibly rough.
Oh.
And you've got it
Alright.
set up that it's hard for them to get back. Yeah, when we have a lot of actions, I think we should almost always spend at least one action to heal, unless there's something else we desperately need to do. Like all of them
Okay.
moving up there to try and make them think we're desperate is a very good move to not heal on that turn.
Yeah.
But if he had 4, a heal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
All
of
right.
course.
So,
Cultist time.
Oh boy. Mm.
One.
that's another 1, I'm
One.
assuming.
One.
That's good though. That's what we need.
All right.
It's because
These
they're
guys.
losing troops. They can't do as much. And morale, even with their...
Wow.
Jeez.
That's a hit, though.
So that's 10 damage to these
To my
troops.
Olives.
To my guys right
Yep.
here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I just healed them. Come on.
Hey, but that helped. That's we're holding ground. You know, that's the important thing.
I'm
We knew we were gonna get-
Line.
we're not gonna come out of this event with every defender alive.
All right, and these guys are on the wall.
Yep. So they're melee attacking my guys. I'm assuming.
Or exploding.
Explode!
they're
They
exploding.
actually
Whoa.
did damage.
That can't be
Ooh,
good.
That wall is gonna be really rough now.
Or
But they're
dead.
gonna hopefully lose a bunch of guys.
That wall is really looking rough. You are starting to see major cracks in it. It's not good.
And the ogres still get to go.
Yeah, it's gonna be a problem.
Oh,
Oh, that's
They
not
lost
good.
40 more guys. They can't have a lot left at this
they have
point.
29 if memory serves me correctly.
Close. All right. Well, there's a dead group up there that doesn't get to go this turn.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yay! That southern wall is
Oh
gonna be a
no!
One again?
Yes.
if they breach through that southern one, they're not gonna even bother with the gate anymore, probably.
That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
That hit. Wow.
They did some more damage to the doors up top.
They can hear a crunching of the door.
Good. I want them to think it's a weak point.
Yeah. We want them to commit up there, not down at the bottom.
All right.
All right, hopefully I roll really good on my actions for my troops next turn and can finish off that southern.
And because they don't know any better, they're going to move into that space.
Oh, yes.
And
Trees, go to
they take
town.
the flat 22.
It's the 8 on entering and 22.
Nice.
You just hear a bunch of yipping from inside.
I don't know what the hit points are for the werewolves. I'm assuming they probably have more. Or they might have less because there's not as many of them, but they have a higher AC. Which doesn't help with the spikes, but would help with other against other attacks. That might be what it is. We'll have to find out, I guess. They're definitely going to be stronger in some capacity, whether it's by hit points or by a resistance to attacks in general.
Well, they were resistant to regular attacks.
Yeah, they would have been basically immune to attacks if I hadn't coughed up.
Yeah,
a
and
ton of-
bankrolled their silvering.
How long did we say the
Ritire's
dragon
just smoking a
lasted?
cigar, counting money.
The spikes are like, what, the Druid Grove's like, what, 24
Druid
hours?
Grove lasts 24 hours.
Yep.
And the thing started at 46,
Right.
so it will not, it'll be
Till
42.
22?
I meant, how long are we?
22.
If we summoned a dragon, Talamh and I.
I
How
can't
long-
summon a dragon now because it's.
Right, 'cause you
I used my. I'm pretty sure what I did is better than a
Chip had
dragon.
said he would extend it to like 3 rounds, 2
Yeah.
or 3 rounds, something like that, to make it be a little bit more of an actually useful thing in this game mode.
Yeah, I said about 3 rounds. Unless you do 150 damage. Then it might be 2.
It's not capable of dealing that much
It's
damage. But it could do a significant amount.
Ogres.
Hold up. Max it to.
Keep it on the table.
That's another 1. That is our saving grace.
Oh, man.
All right.
Okay, come on. Use your action to
Come on,
move.
come on, come on.
Boulder.
Yeah,
Oh wait, does that have the +3 built in as well? No, those ones
No, they
don't.
don't.
Okay.
So that hits.
That's the first
Oh,
one though.
God.
That's not the southern wall at least.
Oh, thank goodness.
That's this wall. It's still taking a beating. That wall has taken a lot of damage, but it had a bit more hit points than the other ones.
I don't know how
So-
much more, but a bit
No,
more.
we don't know how much more. Hopefully, at least one boulder hits worth more. Okay, come on, this other. Oh,
No!
Oh, thank Greg.
All right. Oliver, you're up. The wall that you are standing on is starting to definitely show signs of wear and tear.
I'm gonna vitriolic sphere.
Okay.
They have to make a
Dex save.
dex saving throw. If they fail, they take half damage, so it'd be the half.
That's a
They-
fail.
So they take half of 35, and on their next turn, they'd also take. Hold on. Their next turn, they would take 5d4. So
Well, half of 5d4.
half of 5d4, but I'll roll that
Yeah.
next turn.
Yeah.
At the start of their turn.
So they take 35. Half of 35 would be 18.
Well, Oliver, what are you going to do?
Wiped him out.
It's
Not
gonna,
yet,
like-
but
It's going to like kind of turn into like it looks like almost like a space that's just gonna grow, just like spinning acid, and kind of like a meat grinder, and like hit into them and like melt their sides, or like hit their face and like melt their like face or like skin away and like boil them and stuff like that.
They all look like the Nazi at the end of Indiana Jones.
Oh yeah.
By the end of it, yes,
Oh,
all right.
but it will all be done gruesomely, drop by drop.
As this happens, there are still a few standing. For now.
Yeah, on their turn they take 5d4.
Mm-hmm.
Well, half of whatever.
Half of
So
5d4.
it might finish them off.
Unless I roll like
It is at the end of their turn, so they potentially will
That's
get to do their actions first.
And they will get to do their actions.
Actually,
Those that are still left.
unless my troops finish them off.
So, what are you doing, Oliver, to end your turn? Are you hiding?
I'm
Are you?
going to hide, of course. What do you mean?
Well, I'm just maybe you're wanting to look and see how many are
After-
left.
After that, I'm hiding. That's a big blow to what I know is not a lot of them left. 24. I have an average intelligence. I have an average intelligence, so I can't, if I was like grog levels, I would totally watch. I'd gloat. I'm not that, so
All right. Ridire, you're up.
I think I can't move into the top space because
Talamh
Talamh
is there. Yeah.
Is anyone down any hit points?
I'm down
I-
10.
I haven't
First
taken
one.
any.
All right. I'll. Can I use my whole action to essentially run over and just heal Oliver?
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll allow
before-
it.
Okay. I'll use 10 more lay on hands and heal Oliver up to max. I think that's a worthwhile thing to do with the werewolves getting close. Yep, that'll be my action. Because I can't swing at these guys and I don't want to crossbow because I can only take one attack.
Okay.
Actually, light crossbow doesn't have the loading property, so I probably could still take 2 attacks. But yeah, it's not that big of a deal. healing's better.
All right, Talamh.
All right. I should just magic. Should I just magic stone one of these boys? One of the werewolves? Why not, right?
Yeah, sure. Let's see why not.
I mean, there's not really a whole lot I can do from here.
Until they get a bit
So-
closer, yeah.
Do I have advantage?
You
Are they
do.
in the fog?
It's I don't know if they're fully in the mist yet, but
Oh.
yeah, they technically can't. They can't see you through the mist, so that's up to Chuck. Because
Yeah, why the hell not?
The rock
Oh,
is coming.
yay!
The rock is coming out of the mist, like just they don't see where its origin point is.
So how many does that
That's
hurt?
a
Is that 2 of them?
Oh yeah.
So it just like just
Bounces
2 of
off.
them in a row, just one through and through, and then pings the other in the head.
As the age-old saying goes, you hit 2 werewolves with 1 stone.
And then I just like breathe I just go like as I feel two separate heartbeats just stop. Ooh. That's a little gruesome. All right, bonus action.
Dark.
Do we
Bonus
think
action.
elk? I want elk to get
The-
these.
The
Or
elk are
ba-
on that southern section.
Yeah,
and,
so
they're doing okay. It's up to you, I guess. You could do badgers because you could move a badger here to like try and mess with these guys, and you could move this badger to here to maybe do something.
yeah, I guess we could.
Because I'm gonna use my troops anything they can do to try and finish these guys off. So
All right. So yeah.
and we know we don't have a
badgers.
lot left, so hopefully I can
And-
get one successful attack on them.
So badger here, and badger here.
I saw Badger here. I didn't see first Badger.
Badger here.
That way he can maybe mess with the werewolves as they try and do things.
Yeah, I want to do extra difficult terrain up here, so they're stuck in the fire for longer.
You could.
All right.
We're rolling our d4s.
Roll your d4s.
Oh, 3. That's awesome. That's going to be helpful. For Oliver.
Oh well.
That 2 is not bad.
2 is better than nothing. Oh, yes!
That is a good turn.
Oh, that's going to be awesome. I should be able to get at least 1 successful hit on these guys with that. Statistically, but you never know still. Who wants to go first?
I'm just gonna. All I'm gonna do is push them back into the fire.
Oh
Probably
no.
heal.
And then heal? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get a ranged attack on
Take your
him.
ranged attack of opportunity.
Oh,
But they take, I think, 6 damage from the fire, so that still
5
helps.
damage from the fire.
Is it 5? Okay.
oh, that's a good amount of people.
Yeah, that's a nice heal. You want to go next, Oliver?
I think. Okay, so here's like what I'm kind of thinking, right? If I fire the space where, like, right here, right above the gates,
Yeah.
right? If Talaph's forces push back into that, it does 5, and then they have to move forward and take damage, and then back into that in 5.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Plus, it doubles down on the whole like we're trying to keep them away from the gate psychological thing that
Yeah,
you're trying
That's
to do.
true.
I fire this, I move here to the right one to give space for the next time,
Yep, and then heal.
and then heal one.
Nice, I like it.
Roll your d10.
And
Oh, hey, at least it's a hit point, but that sucks.
159.
All right, first melee attack on the southern troops. 17.
That hits. How do you want to do this?
I'm imagining the last few of them are just like scrambling up the wall, and
There
in an
were
effort
5
to-
left.
There were 5 of them, so they're scrambling up the wall, and then and then they kind of pull over the top, and they see the troops standing there, and there's just like 12 guys with shields, and then the guys behind him with spears just just stab them all.
Oh, that's so brutal.
Just Spartan shield wall, and knock them all off, and then a cheer goes up, and then we're gonna do ranged attacks on these guys.
All right.
Yeah, we need those guys going next, I think.
4
That'll miss.
ranged attack. 17,
That'll hit.
and then I'm gonna do 1 heal for 10. Yes. Okay, that was good.
Wow.
Took out the one squad, put a little bit of damage on these guys, which I think they've taken 1 or 2 hits already. So
They have.
put a little bit more damage on them, and then healed up a bit. That was a real good one. I'm happy with that.
Nice even number. Okay. All right. Is that everybody?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I
it's
mean-
going to go a lot faster now with the cultists because there's only
yeah.
one group left. They get
There's still
4
a lot
attacks.
they could do to us, but getting rid of those cultist groups is good.
I love that they can't go left or right
Yeah.
without being in fire.
Correct.
Yes.
That is the goal.
That's why
You are-
I'm-
Your wisdom is unfounded.
All right. Well, they're going to leave the fire.
5 damage. 5 damage.
Oh, man.
They can't have a lot left either.
So that was 1.
Yep.
2 to move further in this.
Yep.
Mhm.
So that's 1, 2, 3.
The oil is still in effect, I believe.
Yeah, I think this is its last.
We did it.
Well, yep.
Yeah, I guess the last 2 rounds.
Yeah, for the difficult terrain part, yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
do damage.
It doesn't
but
do any damage,
Right.
but yeah, but it's the difficult.
But good, it takes them longer to get up here.
So they are. All right, so
In the-
1,
kind of
2,
halfway.
3, 4. They are on the edge of the moat. They have 1 more turn to get to the.
Oh, really? Oh, do they?
I really want Talamh's troops to get 3 so they can push, move to the right, and then push.
I
Yeah,
hope so too.
That would be amazing.
All right, werewolf turn.
Okay.
Oh, that didn't actually roll. 3.
All right. It's,
Well,
don't
They don't
love
get to
that,
call yet.
but yeah.
Top guys first.
I'm gonna guess sieges.
oh,
It's a miss. Thank goodness. That's a hit. Oh wait, no disadvantage because of the mist.
oh yeah.
All 3 miss.
Oh my gosh! No wonder this door's been holding up.
Yeah. Thank goodness.
They
The
must
one time
really
they
think
hit it. The one time they hit it because they rolled 2 19s.
All right, now these guys, what are they gonna do?
Are they going to move forward through this?
Are they gonna come pull
damage, or are they gonna
back?
retreat?
Can they retreat? There's fire.
I mean, they can move through it. They'll just take damage.
True.
But it takes them 2 turns to move through it, so they're going to take 10 damage to move through that space.
Wait, so the fire counts as difficult terrain, right?
Yeah.
And they have difficult terrain on top of that.
Yeah.
They're kind of stuck.
They're
I mean, they can, if they're committed to retreating, they can move through the fire and then get out of there over the course of a turn or 2.
all
But
according to plan.
they're not gonna. They have to basically be like, we are not staying here. We're getting out of here. So they have to either
Somebody-
fully commit forward or fully commit back. If they wish wash, they're screwed.
At
Somebody
what point
play
do they
Elle's-
realize this place isn't worth taking?
Somebody play L's theme right now from Death.
All right.
We big brained them.
So,
That's a wrinkly brain move right there.
They're going to move forward. So they're starting their turn there. And they're going to move forward, so that's...
For every action they move through it, that's 8.
So that's 8 plus 14 for the trees.
Yep.
Roll to see if the trees hit, because they have a higher AC. So roll a d20. Plus 6.
8.
Nope. That'll miss.
At least on this turn, they don't hit.
Yep.
And one of them dies.
Oh, yeah, because kinetic spike.
Next spike.
Boom.
So -1, and then no matter what, it's a -8.
And then are they moving through the spikes any more than that? Or how many actions do they have? They had 3, so.
Yeah, so they're gonna move twice through it.
So that'll be another 8.
Well, it was 8 damage on every round, not 8
Oh.
every time they go through it.
Oh, you were doing it every time they went through it with the cultists.
Well, because the cultists were moving every round.
I gotcha.
I'm looking at my notes here. It says 8 for every round, plus 8 on entering, plus 8 on leaving.
Oh, okay. Well,
But
they,
then it
they had
takes-
to-
Oh, because the cultists were bouncing back and forth.
yeah, and
Yeah.
they kept getting shoved into it.
Yeah.
Out.
So, either way, these guys are now taking damage, but they've moved forward twice, and now they're going to take a longbow attack to try and hit Talamh.
Okay.
All right.
Disadvantage.
Yeah, it's a miss.
That will not hit.
Oh. All right. Ogre turn.
Oh gosh.
We're going to start with these guys on the clockwise side.
Roll for their actions.
Ooh.
I don't like that.
I think it was 3.
Okay, 7 misses.
15.
15 hits.
5 misses.
Misses.
Hits.
16 hits.
Wow.
These guys hit twice on that one. This
Yeah.
southern sections of this wall are getting battered.
Mm-hmm.
It
Now-
is looking rough. Starting to show wear and tear for sure. All right. Now the southern guys.
Come on, come on.
Come on, miss.
Oh, I don't like that. No!
And
I
with
think
that,
Yep.
this wall crumbles.
They've gotten a hole through the wall.
And that's 3 and
4 to move a bit further in it.
4 to move further in it.
So they're still in this outer ring at least. Well, I can try and get some boiling oil going with my troops. At least my troops are there to try and fend them off. The only thing I'm worried about now is if the werewolves are going to move around. Although they don't really have a way to communicate with each other, so if they're not observing that happening, they might not.
One of the groups is in
Oh.
fog too, so unless they have
Yeah.
magical,
These guys are kind of stuck. They're kind of
They're
committed.
screwed.
But these guys could move around to try and hit that other.
All right, Oliver, there is a giant battalion of ogres looking at you. Rostrine is trying to power up the enemy, by the way.
Of course he is.
I think my best bet is a vitriolic sphere again.
It's effective.
It's effective, and they're getting closer. So
Yeah.
Did you get rid of Sickening Radiance?
I did.
Okay.
I wasn't using it at all. So they take
16?
16 damage, and they'll take at the end of their next turn. They'll take 5d4 plus 5 again.
Okay.
Acid.
You watch as a good chunk of them start to melt.
I think these guys. I think the goblins' AC is lower. Is one thing that I think will help us.
Mm-hmm. I did get an 18 on the hide, so it's a little lower.
18
Kind of a
stealth.
cruddy roll.
Ooh, they're gonna see it.
Do they have a plus to their wisdom?
They don't, but the fact that it matched
Oh, okay.
means that it, and the fact that he just did 15 damage. Yeah, you don't get away from that one. So that's a mild risk. Otherwise, it would have been a high risk for that much
Yeah.
damage in a turn. So I did lower it because it matched. But
4.
The stealth
Yep,
still helped them
D4.
avoid notice from the entire group. Oh,
No.
thank goodness. Good thing I healed you up, too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and that is a ranged attack. They're still. All right, that'll be 12 damage.
Got it.
Well,
You
Good thing I
healed.
healed you.
Basically, just took 2 damage.
yeah.
All right. Ridire.
Are these guys that are right near me close enough for me to swing at?
Yes.
They're not. Okay. All right.
Even if they're in difficult terrain, getting up there, that's against them, not against you hitting them.
Some of them are across it. It's just not the whole bulk.
Yep.
So longsword 25, longsword 26, athletics 17.
So -2. And then strength check 19.
Yeah, they're managing to dodge now.
Yep.
That's okay though. I still killed 2 more of them. I'll take it.
All right. Take there's only a few left. Take a D4.
Bring it on.
Oh, hopefully that was hubris. 22.
That will hit.
Yeah, 10 damage.
Oh no. The first damage I've taken.
Got it.
Chuck,
Yes.
what does Moonbeam do to werewolves?
The same thing it does to everything else.
Are they shape changers by chance?
They're shifters, yeah.
What do they? Will they get forced back into being human?
It does that, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, they
Well,
have a disadvantage. I'm not gonna use it right
Lycanthropy,
away.
I think, is
No.
different, though, isn't it?
For
I'm
werewolf?
gonna pull up Moonbeam.
I don't know if I want to do it right away.
Shape changer makes its saving throw with disadvantage. If it fails, it also instantly reverts to its original form and can't assume a different form until it leaves the spell's light. So it determines on if you're considering the lycanthrope's shape changers, or you're considering lycanthropy is different because it's like a disease. So, although I guess a disease could still be causing a shape change. So.
Werewolves, they have the shape changer attribute.
Okay, then yep, then that's not
Okay.
clearer than that.
That's good to know for later.
It
Yes,
clearly
very good.
says right on there, shape changer.
Okay, yep.
All
I
right.
didn't realize that, so that definitely.
Well, and I'm using a modified werewolf than the standard book. These are
Gotcha.
from a book that actually Oliver has the book, a modified form of the book, because you don't have
Cool.
everything.
Yeah.
You
I think I'm gonna.
need to know about lichen hippos.
I'm going to just. I guess I should just magic stone one of them because storm whip and magic stone do the same amount of damage. Will do the same amount of damage. So, kablooey, I think is.
Yeah, I think Magic Stone is going to be.
That'll hit.
Yeah, good.
All right,
Another one.
and then. Oh, this one's already difficult terrain here.
Your elk are both down here already, which helps with that defensive thing.
Should I?
You could have them do something, or you can have your badgers do some nonsense.
Yeah, badgers. I think should I just make this thing difficult terrain? And
Wouldn't
difficult
hurt,
terrain.
it's harder for them to move out of it. So if they're going to try and run around and reinforce, it slows them down a bit.
So I'm gonna move this badger out to here, I think, and this one will just make difficult terrain here. And then, should I use my movement to go anywhere?
It's up to
Sure.
you.
No, I'm okay by the door because I like being able to kinetic spike people at the door.
That helps.
It just takes one away every time that they're there.
If Oliver gets in trouble down there and needs to bounce out, I'll jump down to the south and defend. So
Okay. All
'cause
right.
these guys hopefully can't have much left much longer in the mortal realm. I can't
No.
imagine.
All right, that's my turn.
All right, troop turn. Roll your d4s.
Come on, 3. 3 is good.
One.
That's
for
actually
all of them.
perfect. You can push
That's-
one move, then push the other.
That's pretty much.
Oh, I've only got one.
I can't do anything really of significance at the moment. I guess I could maybe make some fire. But I think it's better for me to just heal.
I mean, yeah, the fire at most would maybe slow down them trying to run around.
All right, so go ahead and roll your d10.
Well, I guess you could put fire there, because then it makes it so these guys can't run around. No, but then that might make them realize that we're worried about them moving that way. So yeah, I think it's better.
It's only 2, so I'm at 161.
Yep.
Talamh, what are you gonna? You're gonna just focus on these guys, right? That are
On
next
these
to you?
guys?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
I only
gonna.
have one, so I could move out of the way if you were coming this direction, but I don't think it's worthwhile.
No, I'm gonna scoot, move, and scoot.
Cool.
Yeah, push, scoop, push.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay.
All right, so Ridire, what are you doing?
Should I attack these guys or should I heal?
What is your health looking like?
I don't know. What's the health on this group? Can't be ridiculous.
150.
150 even?
Yep.
It's not awful yet.
I have more than you actually, which is crazy.
Yeah.
I start off
Me
the
too.
lowest.
I have,
Well, it's because
like,
I took they took a couple of hits in the last couple of.
Sure.
on my last couple. I think I'm gonna attack.
I think that might be best.
Try
Yeah.
and soften
Man.
these guys up a tiny bit more.
We start getting squishy, then
Yeah.
obviously heal, but
18. Okay,
That'll
yeah.
hit.
12 damage, or I guess unless it's at ranged, but either way, damage.
It would be at range, so that'd be what,
Okay.
8?
I think it's 8. Yeah,
yeah, because they're not technically.
they're not quite up to the gap yet. That's
No.
fine though. A little bit extra damage like that is still good. Okay. Yep, that's mine. So Talamh can do her thing,
So they're getting pushed back.
and you get an attack of
Take your
opportunity.
attack of opportunity.
Oh, it was 17. It flipped over to 3.
That sucks.
And then I'm gonna move them here. And do the same thing to these guys. Oh, yes!
Oh no! All right, so
That was melee too, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So the crit,
they-
the attack, the
I don't think the crit means
attack
anything.
crits, but
I will in this case because it's fun.
okay.
Okay.
So
but
they
then
take
the
a bunch
push
from that.
damage out of the growth.
They take 8 damage for leaving the spikes.
Mm-hmm.
Do the trees get another attack on them?
Yeah, they left their space. That's an attack of opportunity. Roll a d20.
2, so the trees don't do anything. And then they take 5 for entering the fire.
So
Yep.
minus 8 for leaving the spike growth.
So
Yeah.
in total, that is
Minus 5.
38, I think.
Something like that.
Oh my gosh.
24
nice-
plus 8 plus 5.
38.
Yep. That's a nice chunk on them, considering they haven't been able to do a lot yet. That's good. And hopefully that makes the werewolves realize that, oh, no wonder the cultists were having trouble.
Next turn, if I get 2, if you get out of the way, I can come down here and start keeping people out. the
Yeah,
wall.
that seems like a good idea.
1
I'll
for the
move.
difficult terrain. 2 for entering here. 3 for the difficult terrain. There's still 1 away.
Good.
Damn.
Ridire's just there on the wall by himself. Hold the line.
Okay. Starting from the top. 1,
Mm.
2,
Oh.
3.
They must have
What the,
some
how
way
did they...
to communicate.
They used 3 to go all the way around, so 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
They have
It might have been a good
magic
idea. It
communication.
might have been a good idea to put fire there, but we thought maybe they wouldn't realize, and we took a risk on that. So
I guess they have some way to communicate.
yeah, they must.
All right, so 5 damage for starting in the fire.
Well, if we have a lot of moves between all of us, we might want to get some fire down here.
Actually, you know what?
Well.
That was dangerous. They're gonna leave.
So that's 5 for leaving, 5 for entering.
Yep.
So
Another
10.
5 damage.
Would it? Because they left one fire and entered another fire.
Well, they took the damage from starting in it.
I already did the damage starting, so then I did the damage for
Okay.
leaving. Or I did the damage for leaving, the damage for ending up, and then they left.
And they left again, so it's 15 total.
So it's 15 total, and now they're clear of the danger there.
Mm.
And that's their turn.
That was the one downside about pushing them back, is it gave them an easier way to get out of it.
Well,
but that's a
Yeah.
lot of damage.
It was a lot of
That was
damage.
15 damage plus 38 damage. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know how many hit
That's
points
over
they have, but
15.
it's definitely softened them up a bit.
all right.
And if everyone's gonna move to the south, they can't all be in the same space at once. Only one group can. So they're gonna have to choose which one's assaulting, and we can just have like all of our guys kind of focused down there. So
1,
it
2.
lets us focus in one direction.
All right, they are now in front of you. I'm gonna have to shrink them down a little bit here. There we go. And slam attack
ooh.
against
I
the
do
troops.
not like that idea.
So that is a 13.
Yeah.
Okay, so that'll do 14 damage.
All right. They're still okay. If I get enough actions, well, I'm going to be moving out for you to push them back potentially anyways, so I might be able to just move away and heal up. So this might work okay.
All right, this guy is going to... I did it in opposite order that time, but... Boulder hits.
No!
Boulder misses.
Good.
Boulder hits.
No!
Oh. Is that wall looking kind of rough now?
It's looking really damaged.
Oh, lovely.
Like it
This is
might break
good.
at any moment.
Oh, great.
I mean, at least if having gotten rid of like the cultists and stuff, there's not nearly as many units for them to pressure us with, but...
And that ends their turn, so Oliver, roll your acid damage.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
5d4 plus 5.
Half a 19, so 10? 10?
10.
Right?
10. That helps.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how because these guys have taken several good hits. So
They've taken several hits. Not like the cultists were getting, pummeled.
yes, but they've taken several good hits because a hit at all is a good hit because it does a flat damage. So
All right, what else?
we're hurting them.
Oh, that's just the end of their turn. Now it's your turn.
Yep. If you don't want to be there anymore, Oliver, I can run down there and try and hold that line.
My thing with that, right, is I can kill a
You
lot.
can kill a lot more of them than I can in a turn. Yep.
And I'm trying to weigh, should I waste another high level right now? Should I use, I don't want to use Draconic Spirit yet.
I would wait till the werewolves, for the werewolves.
It's up to you. I mean,
Okay, so one of the things I will tell you to help with this is that at 24 turns, you're getting the benefits of a long rest, except for the healing.
Oh.
You don't get to heal, but you'll get all your spell slots back.
What turn are we at now?
33.
30.
I'm assuming that's to imply that we will have taken times to sleep in shifts throughout the event. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Without
That's
having to
still
give up
so
your turn.
far away.
It is still a few turns away, but
That's like what we've, because what was
Theo,
the,
I mean,
what did it start at? 45?
there's a
Yeah.
good chance we're going to be able to finish
46.
off these cultists before too terribly long. and it's down to just these goblins and these werewolves. I mean, their army is significantly reduced. And the goblins aren't as fanatical. It's possible that they would maybe retreat if they take enough damage.
Depends on how allied they are with the werewolves.
Yeah, but it didn't seem like as much considering the way Acolyte was just like murdering
Is it
them
a
left and right.
is it a Lord of the Rings thing, or is it a Narnia thing where after their whatever die they turn sides? Anyways, I want to get the people that are like right there out. I'm gonna use my last 4th level and Vitriolic Sphere.
Okay.
They don't make it.
They do not make it.
Tap at 27, which is
14.
Yep.
Oof.
And then
they'll take the 5d4 plus
they'll
5.
take the 5d4 plus
thing.
5 at the end of their next.
Yep. That helps.
And then I'm going to use my movement to go here and bonus action hide.
Okay. They'll roll, but 9. Yeah. Roll a d4 minus 1.
2.
So as you move away, they're gonna do 2 attacks.
That ties.
So miss and miss.
Misses.
Whew. Good.
Okay. That's Oliver's turn. Ridire, you're up.
All right, I'm the only thing here right now. So I can't move down just yet. We'll have to get a squadron of troops over here.
I mean, oh yeah, because I would have to.
Because otherwise they'll just walk over the
Or
wall.
I could go up there.
Yes.
She
I guess
goes
there's
right
no
after you.
enemies there, yeah.
I do
Yeah,
go
are
right
you,
after
Are you
you.
going to move over there?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll go in to follow you
I'll
up.
come down here then. And I am going to just do some basic attacks.
Okay.
24,
That'll hit.
11,
That'll hit.
and then I can't really knock them off the wall now because they're coming
There's
through.
no
the
wall
holes.
to knock him off.
So would Shield Bash do anything?
No, not really.
Cool. Then I'm going to use a bonus action and cast Armor of Faith on myself.
Okay.
I don't know how many rounds we're going to have that last for, but
What does Armor of Faith do again?
it's plus 2 AC.
We'll say 2 rounds.
Cool.
And so, let's see, that brings their
shield.
AC up to 23.
Shield of Faith. Yeah, AC to 23.
Okay,
I'm
so
hoping I'll attract some
with 2
attention.
damage, roll me a d4, because you did do some damage.
2. Oh, a crit fail. Yay.
Which in this
Crushes him.
context is not going to do any damage to self, because...
Crushes a goblin. No, that's fine.
You know what? Why the hell not? It's a crit fail.
1 hit point.
Alright.
grab
He
a
takes
goblin
a
and
he
pull
takes a
him into it.
goblin. One of the ogres takes a goblin and slams it down towards you and just crushes
God.
against a rock.
I block with my shield, and I just hear the crunch of a goblin. Oh, gross! That's amazing.
Alright.
All right.
Just for
So,
the people alone, that's worth it.
I'm gonna fill in. Actually, I want my. Yeah, I'm gonna fill in over here.
Yeah, and keep your elk down there.
Oh, you want the elk to stay down here?
I want the elk to stay down there because that's the biggest threat right now.
I want the elk to straight up just attack these guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Giant elk have a strength of 19.
Yep.
So I just roll one of them at a time, I guess.
Yeah. It'd be a...
So 15.
That'll hit.
And we're gonna say that was the... I guess it doesn't matter.
Doesn't really
The
matter.
ram attack. Because it has to do a prone creature for the hooves.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, so they're just like charging into the midst of the enemies.
And
That's
then,
good, because if nothing else, they can hopefully soak up some attacks too for us.
So that's 12. Or I guess it just hits 1. There's no point in rolling the damage.
I'm
I mean,
gonna,
it
because
depends.
they're huge, I'm gonna have them hit 2.
Alright.
Because they're kind of like cavalry trampling.
And then another d20 plus 6.
Is it plus 6? I've been doing plus 4.
Yeah, it's plus 6.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
Either way, it
15.
hits.
Yeah. These guys have lower AC, which is one of the saving graces for having to defend against them.
I just like seeing the number.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're killed a couple more of them.
Yeah. Killed 4
And
more.
then for my actual turn, up here,
Mm-hmm.
should I do a... I'm just going to thunderclap.
Okay.
Because they have to take a con save or take 3d6 thunder damage.
3 is not gonna do it. Roll your damage.
Assuming they'll take half, but still. So 4.
4 of them?
Okay.
It does push them back a tiny bit too. Maybe probably not all the way out to the next ring, but maybe.
Thunderclap doesn't.
Oh, Thunderclap doesn't. That's
It's a
Thunderwave.
cantrip.
Sorry. Yep. I was thinking of Thunderwave.
All right. Troop turn.
Okay.
And because you split up all that damage between them, it wasn't really enough to...
All right. I've got 2 actions.
Oh, okay, well. So, my action, I'm gonna come down here and push them away.
Yeah. So I'll have to move first and go. So I can either move away 1 and heal, or I could move them up here to just help try and fend off that last group of cultists. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move them up here to join Talamh. Because then at least they can body block that space and potentially attack the cultists a bit on their next turn if nothing else. And yeah, that's my turn. Unless Oliver wanted to move over there and do something, because he has 3. You could move over there and attack him.
My flaming arrows have to be in the line of sight, right?
Yep.
And they have to be within the range thing, not the siege thing? Can they be...
Correct.
Yeah, it's the 2 rings.
So if
You have
move
to
them
allow
down-
my guys to move around the perimeter at least.
I'm going to move my troops... Well, yeah, I'm going to move my troops... No, because Talamh needs to push.
Here's what I was thinking. I could move here instead and heal 1, and you could move 1, 2, and then do an attack on these guys and maybe get lucky enough to finish them off. We know that they're weak.
You said your troops are red?
My troops are blue.
Okay, these are your guys. Okay.
I like
How's
that
it-
idea better. If you heal and then I go over there and I
I'll
attack,
move there instead and heal 1.
and I'll move here and attack.
I got 2 hit points back for my guys.
No.
Dang it. Well, it was worth a try at least.
Alright. And then my guys are moving down here. And
Your guys have
shoving them
more
back.
health though, so it's probably better for them to be facing.
All right,
it.
attack of opportunity.
Come on, hit them.
That'll hit.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Thank goodness.
All
So that's 12 damage to them. That's good. That's really good for us. Give us a tiny bit of breathing room.
Love that for us.
right, the cultists are against the wall. There's only one thing they can do.
Blow themselves to smithereens.
Crit fail. Do they just all blow themselves up? I don't know how many are left, so.
1.5 times.
Whoa!
A lot less than that.
I think they're all gone.
How do you want to do this, Chuck?
You just watch as they start to panic, and fear takes over them as they've been pushed back. Nobody told them the walls were gonna be pokey, and just all of this chaos and everything, and they just start to scatter. And one of them in the middle of the pile just starts looking around side to side, and the fear takes him, and he just explodes, and it causes a ripple effect out to the rest of them. That is 900 cultists that are dead, by the way.
What's the XP on that?
Well, but it gets split across all of the defenders of Builthy, not just us as well. So all of these defenders, after
They
the
level up, right?
Oh my God.
they're all going to be like level 6 fighters.
Holy crap, they will.
This will be the heaviest defended town. All of
I love the idea since Oliver's troops miss with their attack, they run up to the wall, swords raised, and then like getting ready to swing, and then they just see.
Well,
Yeah!
all right, werewolf turn.
Okay, getting rid of those last cultists helps because they're all now kind of focused down here, so we can hopefully focus most of our defense to the south.
At 24, how long does it take you to summon a druid grove? Could you just put one down here?
10 minutes.
Well-
so at 24, I could conceivably. He'd probably make me roll a Constitution save or roll for it.
No, if you want to cast it, that's part of the armor.
Cool. So I would
I
conceivably
gave
be able
you
to
the
do
armor
it.
for a reason.
Yeah.
It's good armor.
It's good armor.
I want to know what kind of char item I get.
10 to the troops. Pretty sure that misses because the 3, so that's actually 7.
Yes, it's gonna miss.
All right, well that was their turn.
Oh.
1, a 2.
All right, so they are committing everything to the south, which is good because it keeps
Makes
us.
sense.
It lets us focus all of our troops down in the southern half of the city. We're not spread as badly. It's easier for us to maneuver to get you in to push them around and stuff like
Yeah, and Oliver's guys can like lay down the fire.
that. Yep.
Okay. It is 7:55. So, Curiosity, I know you have to get to bed.
Yeah.
So, we are going to continue this next week. And I think we're going to continue on this last...
I think it's good odds that just continuing it like this, we'll be able to...
Turns are going to start going a lot faster now with the...
cultists gone. And enough will happen that we could pretty much call which direction the battle's going to go.
True.
Yeah.
Because if they wipe out a bunch of our troops, then it's like, okay, they're getting into the city. If we take out both squads of goblins, that's very different.
I will say there are a ton of there are a ton of goblins left in this group.
Mm-hmm.
This one is looking rough.
Yeah, this one.
I attacked the one that was in the south. I attacked the one that was in the south last time with a couple acid balls and used like all of my level 4s this time.
And I've hit them a few times with arrows and things. These
I
guys
still have
hit like 1 or 2 times.
Guys, I still have many upcast spike growths.
You know what? Let's actually do the ogre goblin turn, just because I want Oliver to do the damage to it, and I don't want.
I was gonna type in like a remember thing for
That's
next time.
a good idea. Yeah.
All right.
And then we can just be starting with us next time.
These guys are gonna do their. Oh, I can get rid of the blood fanatics.
How many actions did they do?
And with that,
Mm-hmm.
this wall is destroyed as well.
All right. Well, we'll have to move in a squadron there, but that's okay. Like I said, we were kind of expecting that to happen.
And then this squad
The fact that the walls didn't break until the cultists were basically eliminated is still very much huge for us.
That is an 11 against the Builthy team, so I think that hits.
I believe so.
Yeah, I didn't use the ability.
Well, it's not my squad that can get the bonus.
Is it this one?
Oh, yeah, that was south.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
Talamh, we moved.
So they take how much damage?
12 damage.
So I have 141 guys.
Yep. And now, Oliver, roll that damage.
Roll that damage.
10.
10.
Pretty good.
That helps.
Yeah, I mean, they're not quite at. They're starting to get close to half of their damage.
I'm okay with that because we pretty much were letting them just do their thing while we focus on the cultists for the first major part of the battle. So
My only concern is just we haven't touched, like, barely have touched, like, a bunch of the other ones.
yes, but
Actually, these werewolves, the ones that were in the hellscape that is
These
down
guys?
here, yeah, they took some heavy damage.
yeah,
They probably
These
do have
guys
less.
are nearly
They-
at full health.
they've only taken a couple of very minor hits, if anything. So I think it was just some fire damage is all really.
Yeah, you have some damage to these guys, but it's these guys are starting to look rough. These guys are doing really well. And these guys are looking rough.
I think we can pull through.
I
gonna
think
be
so
difficult,
too. It's
though.
just going to be a really challenging.
Yeah, it'll be a slog, but I think we'll be all right.
We're gonna lose a lot more troops before the.
I don't
Oh,
think
that
we're going
is
to make it to the 24. Like either win or lose. I don't.
Yeah.
Because if you think about like what we've done so far,
We're either
done in the
gonna
last
cut
two
them down
sessions-
enough that they're gonna.
What we've done in the last like 2 sessions is the equivalent of it's a little more than base. It's basically like basically what we've done so far to get to 24.
Yeah.
So
But I will say, I mean, none of this is on fire.
mm-hmm.
You're gonna be
None
able
of
to
this
start
is on fire, but it's
setting-
almost all difficult.
You're gonna be able to start setting that all on fire.
Yeah, the issue is we're just gonna have to start moving things around.
Yeah, we're gonna have to be real tactical with the way we move around.
But the fact
But
that
we
you
can-
don't have
but we
to
can
worry
also
about any of this upper quadrant at all right now.
I could technically do one action after the other between our groups. So like one of us could move out of the way, you could move in, fire, move out, the other one moves back. Things like that if we need to.
Mm-hmm. You
Yeah.
don't have to finish your turn. You can.
That hasn't been a huge issue up to this point. It's been easy to do them all at once because we were kind of moving to places all around. Now we'll have to be much more specific about like single actions at a time with them, but we'll be able to be tactical. It's still gonna be a tough fight, but getting rid of all the cultists, even with the walls breaking, I feel somewhat positive that we can survive.
Oh yeah. Which one is Shaka still alive?
Who?
Shaka, when the walls fell.
Oh God. Yes.
If we can get to
Yay.
the 24, then we can get another wall up.
I know that's the
Yeah.
scary
Yeah.
part. All right. Well, with that, thank you for watching. As always, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
We should raid
Excuse me?
Casper before we jump off.
I don't know how to do a raid,
Oh.
and I don't have the actual Twitch page up. I'm using OBS, so I think I have to do it through the actual Twitch channel.
You type /raid followed by the name of the channel you wish to raid.
Into chat.
Yes.
/raid.
And then you type, and it's Casper Grimshaw. CASPER GRIMSHAW. Yes.
That's awesome. So we're gonna go raid Casper and sign off. So as always, may you roll those nat 20s and avoid those critical fails. Have a good night.
Bye.